Yo, what's up everybody? It's John here, and today we're diving into the U.S. China trade war, a conflict that's shaking up the global economy. Tariffs, sanctions, and political maneuvering are making headlines, but what does it actually mean for you? Imagine your new car or favorite gadget suddenly costing more or being out of stock entirely. These tariffs are causing massive backlash, canceled orders, and shipping chaos. So buckle up, let's break down how this trade war impacts everything from automakers to your Amazon cart. Picture this. Overnight, the U.S. government slaps a staggering 145% tariff on a wide range of Chinese goods. We're not just talking about big-ticket items, but everything from car parts and electronics to the tiniest components that quietly power our daily lives. Suddenly, the cost of importing these products skyrockets, and the impact is immediate and far-reaching. The world's shipping lanes, once humming with predictable rhythms, are thrown into chaos. Importers and exporters scramble to recalculate costs, reroute shipments, and renegotiate contracts. The price shock sends tremors through global trade networks, disrupting the flow of goods that connect continents. Businesses that rely on Chinese manufacturing are suddenly on the back foot. Factory owners and managers are forced to make tough decisions. Do they absorb the higher costs, pass them on to customers, or cut back on production? For many, the answer is a stressful mix of all three. Automakers in particular are hit hard. The cost of essential parts nearly doubles, and supply chains that once ran like clockwork are now riddled with delays and uncertainty. Production lines slow, warehouses run low, and workers face the threat of layoffs. Small businesses, the backbone of local economies, are caught in the crossfire. Owners watch their margins evaporate as invoices climb higher. Retailers struggle to keep shelves stocked, and customers start to notice the difference. China doesn't sit idly by. In response, it retaliates with its own set of tariffs, targeting American goods and escalating the conflict into a full-blown trade war. The tit-for-tat measures create a feedback loop of rising costs and growing uncertainty. Investors around the world get jittery. Stock markets react with sharp drops, and financial analysts scramble to predict what comes next. The uncertainty ripples through investment portfolios, retirement accounts, and business plans everywhere. It's a high-stakes game of economic chess, with each move triggering real-world consequences. Behind every policy decision are millions of jobs, livelihoods, and futures hanging in the balance. For everyday consumers, the effects are impossible to ignore. Prices on cars, smartphones, and household gadgets start to climb. Shoppers find themselves paying more for the same products, or sometimes unable to find them at all. Tariffs don't just make things more expensive, they can also create shortages. Remember the 2020 toilet paper crisis? Now imagine that scenario, but with a much wider range of products from electronics to everyday essentials. That new phone you've been saving up for? It might be out of stock, or its price might have jumped overnight, all because of a trade war happening thousands of miles away. The tariffs disrupt the delicate balance of supply and demand, sending shockwaves through logistics networks. Managers scramble to find alternative suppliers, but solutions are neither quick nor easy. As the trade war escalates, the stakes keep rising. Headlines warn of further disruptions, and the world watches as two economic giants dig in for a prolonged standoff. Both businesses and families are forced to adapt. Households tighten budgets, business owners rethink strategies, and everyone tries to navigate a landscape that seems to shift by the day. The initial shockwave was just the beginning. The aftershocks continue to ripple outward, affecting industries and communities far beyond the original battleground. The global trade machine, once a model of efficiency, is now running anything but smoothly. Delays, bottlenecks, and confusion become the new normal. And as the world adjusts to this new reality, the ripple effects are only just starting to show, reminding us that in a global economy, no one is truly isolated from the shockwaves. Massive cargo ships loaded with goods from every corner of the globe set sail with the promise of connecting markets and fueling economies. These ships, the lifeblood of international trade, are now facing an unprecedented challenge. Instead of smoothly unloading their cargo, they're stuck at overflowing Chinese ports, waiting for days or even weeks just to dock. Tariffs and new trade barriers have created a massive bottleneck. Businesses hesitate to ship, fearing huge tariff bills and unpredictable customs delays. The uncertainty has paralyzed decision-making, leaving containers stranded and workers idle. The result? Containers pile up, creating a global traffic jam that stretches from the docks to the highways and even into warehouses far from the coast. American exports like agricultural products, soybeans, grains and more, face similar delays heading to China, with perishable goods at risk of spoiling before they ever reach their destination. It's a lose-lose for businesses on both sides. Exporters can't get paid, importers can't restock, and the uncertainty ripples through every link in the supply chain. That new phone or laptop you're waiting for, it's probably stuck in one of those containers, caught in a web of paperwork and port congestion. And it's not just electronics. Clothing, furniture, car parts, toys, and even medical supplies are all caught in the mess, unable to reach store shelves or factory floors. This backlog is a warning sign, exposing the fragility of global supply chains. What once seemed like a seamless system is now revealed to be vulnerable to disruption. As the trade war drags on, these clogged ports send ripples worldwide, affecting not just the countries at the center of the dispute, but every nation connected by trade. Car manufacturers wait for crucial parts, production lines stall, and workers are furloughed. The impact is immediate and severe, threatening jobs and livelihoods. Retailers and manufacturers across all sectors feel the pinch. From small businesses to multinational corporations, no one is immune to the slowdown. The global economy relies on the efficient movement of goods. These delays are a major wrench in the gears, slowing growth and raising costs for everyone. It's a stark reminder, disruptions in one part of the world can have far-reaching consequences, impacting businesses and consumers thousands of miles away. The supply chain isn't just a business problem, it's a consumer problem too. Shoppers everywhere are feeling the effects. From delayed online orders to empty shelves in their local stores, every delayed shipment means higher prices and fewer choices for you. Scarcity drives up costs, and the uncertainty makes planning for the future nearly impossible. The longer the standoff, the bigger the impact. Each day of delay compounds the problem, making recovery even harder, and there's no quick fix in sight. Until solutions are found, the world will continue to feel the strain of clogged ports and stalled progress. Imagine your company relies on Chinese manufacturing and suddenly, tariffs and trade wars throw your entire operation into chaos. Overnight, the reliable supply chains you've depended on for years are disrupted, and costs start to spiral. Orders are delayed, customers are frustrated, and your business is left scrambling for solutions. The world you knew, where China was the factory of the globe, has changed, and there's no going back. The solution? Adapt or die. Companies are shifting production to places like Vietnam, India, and Mexico, searching for new partners and more stable ground. These countries are quickly becoming the new hotspots for global manufacturing, as businesses look to diversify and reduce their dependence on any single nation. But moving manufacturing isn't easy. It takes time, money, and new infrastructure. Building new factories, training workers, and establishing reliable logistics networks are massive undertakings. Companies must navigate unfamiliar regulations, cultural differences, and sometimes even language barriers, all while trying to keep their products flowing to market. Some companies can't make the switch, and those that do face new challenges. There are growing pains, delays, quality control issues, and the constant pressure to keep costs down. For some, the risk is too great, and they're forced to close their doors or scale back operations. Retailers are also squeezed, forced to choose between absorbing higher costs or raising prices for customers. Every decision is a balancing act, as they try to maintain profits without driving shoppers away. Many try to streamline operations and negotiate better deals with suppliers, but consumers still feel the pinch. Prices on everyday goods creep up, and shoppers become more selective, hunting for bargains and alternatives. This shift is reshaping the global economic landscape, with new manufacturing hubs rising and old ones fading. Trade routes are being redrawn, and countries that were once on the sidelines are now at the center of global commerce. It's a time of uncertainty, but also opportunity for innovation. Companies are investing in automation, robotics, and smarter supply chains to stay ahead. The race is on to build more resilient, flexible operations that can weather future storms. Your next smartphone might be assembled in Vietnam, your clothes made in India, your car parts from Mexico. The labels on your favorite products are changing, reflecting a new era of global manufacturing. Companies now have to consider political stability, trade relations, and long-term sustainability, not just cost. Every decision is weighed against a backdrop of shifting alliances, regulatory changes, and the ever-present risk of disruption. The days of relying on a single country for manufacturing are fading. Businesses are spreading their bets, building networks that can adapt to whatever the future holds. Businesses are rethinking their entire approach to global trade, investing in technology and talent to manage increasingly complex supply chains. Diversification is the new mantra. It's about building resilience, not just chasing the lowest price. The global supply chain is being rebuilt from the ground up, with new players, new technologies, and new priorities. It's a massive shift, and it's happening right now. Every day, new connections are being forged, and old ones are being reimagined. The winners will be those who adapt fastest, those who can pivot, innovate, and seize new opportunities as they arise. And for consumers, change is coming to every aisle and showroom. The products you buy, the prices you pay, and the stories behind every item are all being rewritten in real time. We've covered cars and electronics, but the aviation industry is also feeling the turbulence. Boeing's massive airplane orders from China? Many are now canceled or on hold, costing billions. Airlines face higher maintenance costs as tariffs hit aircraft parts and components. The uncertainty makes it tough to plan for the future. Passengers aren't immune. Higher costs could mean pricier tickets and fewer flight options. The aviation sector shows just how interconnected the global economy is. Disruptions in trade ripple through every part of the industry. Airlines may reduce flights, delay new aircraft, or even cancel routes. If the trade war escalates, global travel and tourism could take a major hit. Aviation is a bellwether for economic health. When it struggles, it signals trouble ahead. The industry's bumpy ride is a warning for us all. And the longer the conflict lasts, the rougher the skies will get. Beyond immediate impacts, the trade war is speeding up a bigger shift, the decoupling of the U.S. and Chinese economies. Globalization made supply chains efficient, but also vulnerable. Now companies are rethinking their strategies, aiming for resilience over just low cost. This means sourcing from multiple countries, investing in domestic production, and forging new regional trade deals. Decoupling is complex and won't happen overnight, but it's reshaping global trade. Imagine a world with several regional supply chains, each with unique strengths and weaknesses. This could make the global economy more resilient, but also more fragmented. The transition brings higher costs and new challenges for businesses and consumers. Geopolitical competition could intensify as countries vie for economic dominance. The trade war has forced a rethink. It's not just about cheap manufacturing anymore. Now it's about balancing cost, resilience, and security. The future of trade is being rewritten in real time. So there you have it, a look at how tariffs and trade wars are reshaping global trade and your daily life. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like and subscribe for more insights on the world of cars and beyond. Stay tuned for upcoming reviews, comparisons, and more. Thanks for watching, and shout out to our channel members for your support.